Hey, what's going on YouTube? It is time to take a look at the team that I used to cap Yunalesca in the current Vision world. Looking at the screen, you can see what team it is, and probably doesn't surprise a whole lot of people what team it is, but I am doing it slightly different than a lot of people who might be using the same team, and I'll kind of show you exactly where those differences are once the clear is done. So let's take a look at it. The hardest thing about this fight, honestly, is starting the preemptive attack from the boss. But if you've got Esther and you gear her for evasion and lightning resistance, she covers it in her shift form. Just make sure that she's got her auto provoke from her Trustmaster or Super Trustmaster, and she's gonna cover you for the next few turns. It's gonna be good to go. So here's our setup here, and we're gonna start with Ling. Ling's gonna triple. And this is going to go ahead and hit the boss with a break and Transcendent Performance to give us mitigations if we actually need it, which we don't. And then just a basic buff. Honestly, that's going to get overridden by Sylvie and some of her stuff. In her shift form, she's going to give us offense, Bolt Egg Basket, and her Marion's Lightning Blessing. There we are. Chizuru is going to use Eastern Winds for a Katana in Peril, Strong Samurai Spirit for buffs, and Focus Strength for buffs. There we go. Kaito is just going to break the boss with Crashing Wave. Esther is going to downshift, and she's going to use True Storm Brand, Energizing Bunny on the party, and Bolting Slice just to hit the boss. And Sky, instead of being an LB capper or LB chainer in this fight, is actually going to be a jumper. So Sky's going to shift, and she's going to use her 3 skills. She's going to use Sharp Spear Focus because she is wearing a spear, Severe Squall for a Reaper Killer buff for herself, and then her Overcast Skies to boost wind damage because her jump is wind locked. So she's going to do that. The blind hits Esther. Esther doesn't care. Normal attack hits Esther, but she's able to evade it. Very good. Ling is going to start us off here, and she's going to do her Reaper Killer and Human Killer buffs. So Assassin Stance, Medium Stance, and then Dragon Dancer just for fun. Kaito is going to downshift and use Tyvis Spirit. Samurai Chizuru is also going to use Tyvis Spirit. Esther is going to use Calm Before the Storm. Sylvie is going to use Leaping Love. There you go. All that good stuff is happening. And Sky is just going to jump. Remember, her auto attack is her jump. There we go. Blind hits Esther. This boss is super thrilling and exciting. Nothing happens the whole fight. Okay, so the key to this turn is kind of wrapped up in how chaining works. So let's just go ahead and get everybody in their right forms first. We'll get Kaito in his form. He's gonna be using his LB. Chizuru is gonna be shifting and using her LB. Esther is using her LB. Sylvie is going to be chaining with Claw the Dragon, and Ling is going to be chaining with a Blazing Red Flash from the Hio Vision card, and then Sky's going to be capping. So the key to this is, I have found, letting your chain build appropriately. Remember that Chizuru's chain, or LB tag chains, so it's going to keep on building off the existing chain and tag all on her own, even if she goes further than the chain that's given by everybody else, which is really good. It's part of why she's so good. But what we're going to do is we're going to let Ling and Sky start our chain. A couple seconds later, we're going to let Kaito and Esther start chaining. Esther's going to go first to boost up Kaito, and Kaito's just going to be supporting. And then Chizuru's going to finish it off. And towards the very end of the chain, Sky's going to land with her jump. So it's going to look kind of like these two are going to go, these two are going to go, Chizuru's going to go, and Sky's going to go. It goes like this. Very nice. Chizuru capped with a 3.9 billion damage hit, which is pretty sweet. Let's see how our damage comes out. 12.7, so that's pretty good. you know, well over the cap. Um, let's take a look at the gear. Just to show our damage output. Chizuru definitely carries the fight. Sky does a whole lot of damage for her. Esther does a reasonable amount. This amuses me like so much. Ling doing more damage than Kaito, just it is what it is. And then Sylvie's also there, but she's doing all the support and stuff. So very nice damage breakdown for our party here. And what I'll say about this Vision World is, if you've got these units and that you're going for a rank 1 clear and going to be like trying to cap Yunalesca, if you've got these units, you're good. Like, you're gonna get rank 1 because you can do every other fight perfect. All you have to do is swap out your killers, swap out your imbues. It's really not that hard. So if you can cap Yunalesca, you're good. So I'm not going to bother making a clear guide for each and every fight. The only one that's even remotely hard is Seymour. And honestly, you just bring Yuna, who they gave you for free, and work her into your team. It's not that hard. There we go. Perfect score. We didn't take any damage. And yeah, we did plenty of hits. There we go. I'm already done farming too. Let's go ahead and take a look at our team. And we'll start with Ling here. So, well, first, let me go ahead and let you look at the espers. So, Ling is wearing Phoenix. Sky is wearing Diabolos, whatever, however you want to say it. Diabolos. Yeah. Kaito is wearing Odin. Esther's wearing Bahamut, and Chizuru is wearing Asura. So here we go. Here's Ling. Ling is just kind of built for like LB fill and just like spirit and HP and whatever. I don't even have her fully geared. Not really that big a deal. Here's where her damage is though. So she's wearing a katana, a two-handed katana in particular. She's wearing just like some gear that's going to help her out. And she's also wearing, you know, Reaper Killer stuff and True Double Hand stuff. So Photon Cores are very good for this boss. She's got some True Double Hand. And she's got Reaper and Human Killer. She gears really naturally for a Reaper and Human Killer, so that's really nice. But she's got 300, and she's capped on Double Hand, so she's good to go. And she's wearing the Hio Vision card for stats and Blazing Red Flash, which is really, really nice. As you saw, she out-damaged Kaito. It is what it is. Sylvie is contributing very little to this fight in terms of actual damage. She's geared basically the same in both forms. She is wearing Eye of the Dragon to chain, but there you go. She spends the whole fight in the shift form, and that's really all she's doing. You could gear her better and help her do more damage that way. Just obviously, if you're going to do that, gear for Human, Reaper, and damage. There she is. Sky is kind of important. I'll switch over here. So here's her shift. This was the base form build. She's not really. It's not really a matter because she is going to be jumping in the shift form, which is where she's really geared. So I've got her geared here. I don't have Kane's STMR, so I'm just wearing the best attack STMR I happen to have, and I grabbed this off of a ticket recently, so I was pretty excited. But she's just geared just like everybody else, you know. She's got maxed out jump damage. She's got Human and Reaper Killer. Reaper she does very naturally. She's got True Double Hand built in. There's her abilities and stuff. And she's got the Roberta Vision card, just for more jump damage. If you don't have this card, just put on whatever jump damage vision card you've got. You know, ideally you have Dragoon Recards. I don't have his card yet, but I do have his ST markers. I've only ever gotten one copy. And here we are. So that's how she's geared. Kaito, the only thing he does in the base form is Taiva's Spirit, so his gear does not really matter. Shift form, he's doing LB chaining with Esther, so he's geared for that, 400, 300. He has evasion, but he doesn't really need it because Esther's covering all the damage. And just giving him as much stuff as you can to get the killers as high as you can. Because he's gearing for a bunch of other stuff. Human and Reaper are not two of his best ones, so he doesn't have very much compared to everybody else. There we are. I've only got one Chizuru vision card, so otherwise I would give it to him. Yeah, here we are. Esther, in her shift form, which is where she starts, she's wearing all this kind of stuff, just to get her Trustmaster reward and a bit trust ability going. Base form, she's geared like this. There we go. She's wearing Chizuru's vision card. And Chizuru, in the base form, is just really doing Taiva's Spirit. That's all she really needs. Shift form, I've got her geared kind of like so. And we've got her wearing the Cool Smile vision card. And she, just like everybody else, has True Double Hand, LB Damage, Reaper, and as much human as we could fit in. Just because, again, these are races that she does not gear naturally for. But that'll do it. So if you can do this fight, you can do all the other fights without really any issue. Seymour Bear might be the only one that gives you trouble. So if you've got questions about that, let me know. If there's a specific one you can't figure out, but you've got this team, let me know, and I will try and put something together for you. But in the meantime, that's what I've got for right now. Here's my clear. Hope you enjoy it. Hope it helps you to figure this out. Go get that 10K, and we'll see you in the next video. All right. You guys take care.